Alright everyone, and welcome back to Season 14 of AOR. This is F2 on Xbox One, and we're here for round 8 of the season today then, for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix at the Baku City Circuit. And we're here then on our best qualifying lap then at the end of the session. And yep, this is just one of my least favourite tracks. I mean, I guess I'm not too bad at it. I mean, I've won a race here before, but like I just think it is just an awful circuit. Like, just the layout is just terrible, and like where even is that, like that castle section where it's just like only one lane. But yeah, I guess it was kind of an eventful race here in 2017 in real life, so you know, maybe it will probably stick around now. But yeah, we'll see how we can do that. As I said, we have won a race here before. Then I was back in Apollo, and yeah, I guess I was just sort of being pretty much any person in that race to start the wall early, so we'll try and do that again here today then, and see what happens. Ideally we need to, well we don't need to, but well, really we want to be staying out of trouble again today then, because I mean, in Canada last start I didn't really feel I had the pace, but I managed to stay out of trouble even when it went to wet conditions, and yeah, pick up some decent points. So I was hoping that'd be the case here again today, because once again, I'd say, like, even though I've done well here, I'm not that quick, so it's just going to be a case of staying out of trouble again for me, even if I don't really have the pace of the front runners. As we come to the end of the lap then, this flat out drive to the line, and we'll see where we go then. It's quite an improvement on our first lap as we cross the line, and we actually go 4th then provisionally, get bumped down to 5th at the end, and it is actually a Force India front row then, with Bollett's head of Herschel, then the two Renaults on row 2, Ellis head of Franglish this time, and then it's us in 5th, carrying Salvo once again, because my teammate just never bothered to show up this season, so that was nice of them. And yeah, LGS actually disconnected right before the start and couldn't rejoin, so that's our nearest challenger out of the race already then. So yeah, if we can just keep out of the barriers here and get some good points today, that would be really helpful for us then, as the strategy then is a one-stop going on from the super soft to the soft. But once again it's going to rain. That is 4 races in a row now, would you believe? But yeah, the lights come on now then, and away we go in Baku, and it is not the best start, but we've managed to maintain our position then. Round the outside then, Herschel's gone off the track. We've slowed down there to avoid him coming back on, and that has actually allowed Brown to get alongside us then into turn 2, and Herschel's managed to stay ahead. We managed to stay ahead of Brown then, but yeah, I was very cautious there as I saw Herschel going off the track, because a bit worried about a sort of science caveat incident happening there like in real life, but luckily not. And in fact on lap 4 there, Ellis bins it into the turn 8 wall, and that is him right down the field, and that's moved us up to 4th. And I think Herschel may have already had damage at this point, because he seemed to be dropping back quite a bit, even when like we really didn't have any pace. And we looked to the outside there, but we just couldn't get through. He loses the back end there, it looked like, but managed to stay ahead of us there. And we'll see if we can get him into this next one. He actually runs way down turn 2, so we should get a very good run here then with DRS. And yeah, we're neck and neck then down the straight, and we'll see if we can outbrake him. But yeah, I just don't really have much confidence on the brakes in some of these corners, and that turn 3 especially, I just always quite cautious there. I don't really ever feel like I sort of maximise it. But yeah, later on in the lap then, Herschel runs wide, and that allows us to get alongside. I don't actually think I was there in the lap, I think it's maybe been a few laps later. But yeah, right inside then into the I want to say the last corner, but it's really not the last corner. It's sort of the last corner you have to brake for in the dry conditions anyway. And we're through there, enough into 3rd. But now now we're in front, and we're going to have, we'll be the sitting duck down the pit straight here then, as Herschel is actually going to pit though, so looks like we've got away with it this time. And I think he probably did have damage, because he did pit quite early there, but we also pit quite early here then, and go on to the, well, for our scheduled pit stop now then. And obviously we know that rain is coming, so we want to be sort of trying to get an undercut here if we can, try and gain some places, and yeah, be in the best spot possible when it starts raining. But I was way too cautious actually going into the pits there. I slowed down like way before the line, and that has actually hurt us again here, I think, because we've been held there for Bollett's and Midget, and once again, like I was saying last time, they just hold you for like so long after that car has gone past, and yeah, I'm already like a second or two down the road now. But we have managed to stay ahead of Herschel at least, and later on the lap then we've got Die Hard Fan, who I think may have had damage at this point, getting quite slow there. I don't think he pitted at that point, and I think it's Franglish here then who's going to be coming out of the pits now then, who was the net race leader. But it's Matt once again then, going for the hardest tyres available, and it worked for him in Canada, so maybe it'll work for him again here today. But well, not if that's happening. Then Bollitz has ran into the back of him there, I gather, and they both went off down the escape road in turn 3, so as Purse back up then into 3rd place. And yeah, we've got Franglish then, who is the first person to pit then as the rain is coming down, and I'm not sure if he had damage and that's what prompted him to come in there, but yeah, he was the first person to come in then for Inters. And yeah, we actually come in at the end of the lap then for the intermediate tyres as well, because yeah, I was just losing quite a lot of lap time, and I felt that I'd lose even more if I stayed out another lap there. But Matt decided to stay out, and so did Midget actually, who was the race leader from all that. So yeah, we'll see what we can do on the intermediate tyres. It's just going to be a case of trying to stay out the wall for us, I think, because that's pretty much what it is for us in the dry, and I can't imagine there's going to be any better for us in the wet. As out of the pits we can then. It's a decent stop. We'll see where we are then. It's going to be very close with Franglish actually. I think he must have had damage really to have been that far behind, because I don't think the intermediates would have been that slow on that lap. And yeah, we rejoined in 3rd place. Herschel actually disconnected then, so I'm not really sure when that happened, but yeah, he's out of it then. And Franglish manages to pass us down that long pit straight then, as Midget and Matt are both coming out the pits then. It's going to be close here with Matt, I think. Midget's got himself a nice lead here then with 5 laps to go. But yeah, Matt has come out then in 2nd place, as he did in Canada when he did pretty much the same strategy. And yeah, we're on to lap 23 now then, and Franglish has actually gone deep there into turn 4, broken his front wing. That's going to surely give us a chance to get past it and onto the podium here. And yeah, it's not really until this part of the lap where you really notice the front wing damage, because well, we really went that quick on the rest of the lap, but just in those high speed corners you really well feel the loss of that front wing. And yeah, he lost a lot of time there, and that's allowed us to get a great run from quite a long way back, and we'll see if we can outbrake him here in turn 1. We should be able to, because we've got a full front wing. And yeah, we managed to get the inside then and into 3rd place with 3 laps to go. And in fact, later in the same lap there's yellow flag that's gone green now, but you can see a bits of front wing there, and it was from the mighty Midget, who had a few seconds lead comfortable at the front, and he's just gone a bit too deep into the turn 8 there and knocked his front wing, and that may well have cost him the win here then, because Matt is going to be right on the back of him and is already through. And once again, through that fast section, you just see how slow you go if you don't have all your front wing, and just look how quickly you've caught up to Midget here then, with only just over a lap to go. We're about to start the final lap of this race now, and it is Matt then who didn't score in any of the first 4 races. Then he took the win in Spain, sorry. Then yeah, he got 2nd place in Canada, and in fact up in turn 2 he's gone straight on. I don't believe this, and from the he's now lost a comfortable lead as well. Then Midget is back into the lead, but with front wing damage. We've got Franglish behind us with front wing damage, and now it is down to us now then to see if we can actually take the win here. As I say, I wasn't really that quick for most of the lap though, and you don't really suffer from front wing damage as much in sort of these tighter corners, especially when you're going even slower in the wet conditions. But it all really comes down to that final part of the lap, those very high speed corners, because that is where it's really going to hurt the Red Bull there, with a big chunk of his front wing missing. And yeah, we've just got to sort of try and keep all together here then for this final part of the lap, and we should have a good chance on that run to the line then to take the victory. And we just got to try and keep it all together here then, not make any silly mistakes into these corners, as we're just following the Red Bull here then, trying to make sure we keep it on the track. There's no need to really like push too hard at this point, because like I know that opportunity right at the end of the lap is going to come. In fact, in this high speed section here you can see just how much we're gaining, and you actually had to go a little bit defensive there, I think, to maybe stop us from having a look there. But as I say, I'm just waiting for that left and right at the end of the lap. But yeah, we're heading into the final sector now then, and it's going to be very, very close, and it's Frank is just behind us and Matt only just behind him as well, so it's all going to be very close between the top 4 here. But this is where it's all going to be decided, and we can see how slow the Red Bull's going, and he in fact brushes the wall, and we've just cruised past there into the lead of the race. We've just got to run to the line now, but he's in the slipstream. Franglish and Matt are both there as well, and he's closing on us as we approach the finish line. Have we taken it? We have. What a race that was. Unbelievable. I could not believe that. How on earth I managed to win that race, but somehow we have by 600ths of a second. An incredible race, and yeah, that is really, I think I was like quite literally like the tortoise and the hare there, because we just really didn't have the pace, but yeah, we were the only one of the top 4 that didn't make a mistake, and we got the win from it then. Less than a second separating the top 4 in that race. Some big gaps further back though, so yeah, a lot of people having problems further back, but my god, what a race that was. Just incredible drama in those final 5 laps, just so many changes of the lead, incredible, and well, we somehow came out on top, and yeah, that's done us so much good in the championship as well, so yep, certainly, yeah, very thankful for that one then, that it went, well, certainly thanks that I didn't make any mistakes and I managed to actually benefit from all that. But yeah, that is it for that one, and leave a like if you enjoy it. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.